let's talk about ScarfFace. You saw ScarfFace, which is a movie about competitive eating. What did you think of it?
It's a documentary about competitive eating, but it's not what you think it is. It's not really about competitive eating, but it's really about the seedy underbelly of competitive eating. For a long time, it focuses on the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And, and there's a Japanese champion who had won for like 7 years in a row. And he gets defeated by an American, Joey Chestnut. And what happens with, I think it's Kobayashi, that's the name of the Japanese competitor. George Shea, who runs the Major League Eating franchise, he wanted a piece of Kobayashi's endorsement deals. And when he refused, he banned Kobayashi from ever competing again in one of his events. And you see what happens is that with Major League Eating, George Shea just began to take full control over it, controlling everything about it. He approves all of the all the news coverage of it. He approves the people who enter it. They have to sign deals with him, exclusive deals. He takes their money, but he promises them fame and fortune. I think Joey Chestnut is still part of it, and he seems to be breaking the record every year unofficially. I would also call George Shea kind of the P.T. Barnum of eating competitions. But the interesting thing is I think this is a story that really exposes it, because when I went to research Nathan's hot dog eating contest and Major League Eating, which gets ESPN coverage, for crying out loud, no one ever talks about George Shea and the shenanigans that goes on in the background, and the fact that some competitors have died from eating related, basically they didn't prep well and they wound up dying. And it just, this is an expose, if anything, and not a documentary about eating competitions. And I think if you like conspiracies, if you like to find the dark side of things, this is a great movie to watch.
Yeah, I've only seen the trailer, and it looks funny, but also there's like this dark underbelly that gets explored. So I don't know. I love any documentary that's about something competitive, like Hands on a Hard Body, which is an old school. Hands on a Hard Body is a documentary from, God, I want to say, is it the 90s, 80s? Anyways, it kind of started the trend of competition documentaries, and even TV shows like Survivor, because Hands on a Hard Body is about it's about this car dealership in Texas where they give away a truck once a year, and it's this big event. And the only rule is you just have to keep your hands on the truck, and the last person to keep their hands on the truck wins. You do get bathroom breaks and breaks to eat, but you have to like keep your hands and stand and just like stand on the truck. And the last person standing gets to keep the truck, and it documents this. So any documentary like ScarfFace, and also I love, you can see kind of the poster here. If you saw the beginning of the show, you saw the poster, and it's sort of a take on ScarfFace. It looks really fun. Let's see, we've got a little bit of time for some super chat here from Derek Douglas. Great show, Chris and Alan. I have to leave now. 4 kids and 4 different basketball games tomorrow. Wow. That's great. That's awesome. Have fun. That Star Wars trial sounds great. Good night, all. Hail Film Threat. Yes,
thank you, Derek.
We will be putting Star Wars on trial, and we may even go through other franchises. Jaime Ruiz says, defense, you say that the current era Star Wars killed the series, but I would say the fandom forced Lucas to abort it. Disney/current Star Wars has been trying to revive it. Shelby AC says, whoa, there's a hot dog mafia? CD Stein 69 says, something you don't hear often, seedy underbelly of competitive eating. Yes. Oh, wait, someone else. Jack T. Ripper, Hands on a Hard Body is great. Yes. It's the movie that started. Why do I not remember like when it's sort of like, I know it was like, I'm pretty sure it was a Sundance movie, but I have to go back and look. Can you look that up, Alan?
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
That's great. Goober says, first you get the hot dogs, then you get the indigestion, then you get the women. Blah blah says, I remember that guy. He was skinny as hell too. That's funny. And then check.
Yeah, it was 1997.
97. Okay, it was 90s. Why do you think 80s? Chet's mom 4. Chris needs a white wig, robe, and gavel. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Like something infinite main, judge, juror, and executioner. This is when I need a party city close to me. So I can just like go and get a sexy judge costume. That's what I'll be wearing. Easy Tigers. I've been watching YouTube fan films and oh my, there are some amazing fan films out there. I agree. I'm going to do a reaction recommendations on my channel. Easy Tigers, let us know about that. Let us know about that. Jack D. Ripper says, yay, indie time. Yeah, we always got to sneak in some indies in here. I want to talk about, I don't know that we have time, but I want to talk about Dan Mervish's 18 and a half, which 18 and a half, this is the promo item that Dan is giving out. It's actually a record. Do you remember those, like, you these like cheesy records that were on like flimsy? Yeah. Remember that? Remember that? You get these like cheesy. So he put out this little record, which you can play on a record player to promote his movie 18 and a half. And we're going to have Dan on the show before the end of the month to talk about his movie. It's out in theaters. Check it out. It's about the 18 and a half minutes that was deleted on the Nixon tapes and what may or may not have been said on that 18 minutes.